Good afternoon, YouTube. It is I, Danielle, better known as Danielle, a happy medium. And in this video up for discussion today, we're going to talk about more than one spirit when we're doing our communications. I thought I'd done a video on this, but obviously not. And this one comes in from a lovely lady called Claire. And I have to break this down into 3 elements because there's 3 parts to this. So let's get right to it. So for them who are the new medium, so them who are just starting out in their mediumship, the problem most of you mediums will get is an undisciplined mind. Why? Because the extrasensory system is going off. Your mind is just in the spirit world. You're just taking everything and anything that's been given to you. So what happens is, because of this, you will have multifaceted communicators, loved ones, all trying to either push through, or you're going to be having multifaceted communicators of the same family. And what we have to do here is get some kind of organisation going on. Now, because you're the new medium and because you haven't got enough discipline, as you become further and further down the path, you will get more and more discipline. But at the beginning, the best one that I can give you is the one that I use with the guides. So the guide technique is the one that me and Chief first brought in. Chief is my fella. He works with me massively. What he does for me when I was the new medium is he would line up all the communicators like so. I hope you can see. Let me just move that a little bit there for you. Can you all see? He would line up all the communicators for me so that when my mind as the medium went into the spirit world, my mind would then take one of these communicators. He would then step in and shut the other communicators off. So I was only ever working with one communicator at a time. Now, this takes a little bit of practice, and for those who've got their guides in place, this is going to be a really helpful hint and tip for you. But for those who don't have their guides in place, you're still going to have this issue. So then we have to go down the discipline route mind, so the mind. Now, what we have to do here is use what I call sitting in the power techniques, or we have to use meditation techniques. Most meditation techniques, we have one for focus, we'll have one for awareness, we'll have one for relaxation, we'll have one for development, depending on what you're using your sitting in the power techniques for. And what most people do is when they're meditating or sitting in the power, they're doing relaxation ones, but really they're looking for something that's going to be a focus, or what they're going to be looking for is something that is awareness. What happens is you're doing meditations or sitting in the power for nothing, because all it's doing is relaxing the life out of you. It's not really attuning you to, your focusing or your awareness of energy or your development of your clear range. So what we have to do is we need to get in the habit of sitting in the power, for them who don't have guides in place, and we need to be looking for ones that are focused. Now, I have one in the channel, I'll put it at the end of the video for you, and we have to learn to discipline the mind. So the mind has to be really focused on one thing, which means you're focused on one communicator and only one communicator. You also have to, when you're the new medium or the medium, you have to be aware, even though you have the communicator, you have to be aware that there's not other people trying to take your mind. This is where the focus in meditation. Guided meditations is also very helpful for this as well, because they are focusing you to stick with the guided meditation from the start to the very end. So that's another one that could maybe help you out there in order to get this discipline of the mind and focusing of the mind. Now, a lot of us have very busy minds, mine included. Here comes my third thing. What tends to happen is, because my mind has not only got focus, but also I've got Chief helping out, I also can work what I call multi-communicators or multi-loved ones. So i.e., I can work mum, dad and uncle all at the same time and be able to give evidence from each one of them when my sitter's sitting in front of us. Now, not every medium can do this. I haven't seen many mediums do it. Most of them tend to only do the one communicator, but there is mediums out there that are doing multi-loved ones all at the same time, and I have no issue or problem with that, but some mediums may. So this video is very much wanting to cover broad spectrum, bigger picture, because there's many multifaceted bits here with this one, with the same loved ones. If you're going to stay with the focusing, with doing the guided meditations and also using the techniques here. What you've got to get in the habit of is becoming aware that you still have that communicator in your mind, and is the information changing, or has your energy changed in some way? If it has, you've got to go back into the spirit world and say, oh, you get back, you're interfering, I don't need you, you need to go away. And what will happen is they will step back from your mind. They will either wait their turn. You have got an issue with this one if you still got the undisciplined mind, that what may happen there is because of their personality and because they were pushy people, they'll still keep pushing on your mind. So what we have to do is I personally recommend using this one. Find the guides and use the guide in order to be able to help you keep only one communicator at a time. Also do what you need to do is the medium with the focusing and this, that and the other. So you're training, disciplining the mind, and also using the spirit world in order to keep one communicator at one time. If you want to do multifaceted links like I do, this it just naturally happens for me. I don't know why. It always has done within my mediumship, but I do know if I'm doing it, there's got to be somebody else out there doing it as well. So this one here, making sure that you stay with the same communicator, even if you've got 3 communicators all working at one time, making sure that your bit of evidence when you're giving it, so your uncle's telling me that he broke his leg when he was 5. Yes, I can take that, the communicator of the loved one would say. Then I would go, right, your mum's saying, you know, that she dyed her hair purple. Yes, I can accept that. Okay, and Dad is saying to me here that his name was Rupert. Yes, I can accept that. So you're working 3 communicators, but you're making sure you still keep them separate. Otherwise, you might get all jumbled up there, unfortunately. For your newbie, it's always going to be probably here. I would say there may be some newbies doing this. In fact, I probably think there is. Can you all see that? Let me just tilt that camera a little bit there for you. There you go. But this one just takes a little bit of practice, just a little bit of organisation. Again, you could bring the spirit world in here and ask them to assist. So making sure that they're sort of still helping you to sort of separate them. You could ask them to sort of get involved, you know, if one's pushing a little too much while the other's talking, you know, tell them to get back. Because what you have to understand here as well is when we're doing platform work, you ain't got time to be getting back into the spirit world when you're standing on a public demonstration going, who get back, because I'm busy with this communicator. So you need to sort of get this in place, a bit of this and a bit of this. Now this ain't easy. This is going to take some time. This is not going to happen overnight. Why? Because it takes practice and a focus in the mind, discipline in the mind, making the mind stay put, but also you making sure that this, with the guides, it takes a bit of time to get into place. It's going to take a little bit of time of organisation. It's going to take a little bit of time in order to be able to get it the way that you in the spirit world want it, in order for you to do your communications. So this, in short, to Claire's question, is multifaceted communicators or multifaceted loved ones of the same communicator or loved one. This is a bit of the hints and tips for me, would probably be beneficial to them out there. If you need more on this, please do get in touch, Claire. I'll certainly do a more in-depth one. I thought I would just do a one that was sort of easy and simple there for people, because I don't want to flood the mind too much. I sort of want to keep it as simple as possible. But these are probably the 3 techniques that I would use is the medium or the new budding medium, in order to be able to get the discipline of when you're doing multifaceted communicators. I've been Danielle, better known as Danielle. Happy me. If you like the video, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel, and me and the spirit world will see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.